So today, like I said, I wanted to talk about the director. And the director is a screen that has many purposes. All right, it has many tabs and things that you'll see throughout your journey in Destiny. All right, before we go down the line of going through a quest, we need to see where the quests sit, where I can go back and visually see them. All right, but we also need to know what that screen is, and that screen is called the director. There are multiple ways to get to the director. Depending on the platform you're on, the button can be different. I know for, again, PlayStation, the button is the touchpad. If you hold the touchpad, it will access the director. On PC, if you hold tab, it will access the director. There's also another key that you could press, whatever your key is mapped for map. For me, it's M. You can press that to access it in a quicker fashion. It will go to a specific part of the director, but it will not go to the main pieces of it, or the main portion of it. It will go to wherever the default section is, actually. And what I mean by that is, like, it always defaults to one specific place, depending on where you are. So I'm in the tower. When I open the director up, it's going to default to the map of the tower. When I'm in orbit, it's going to default to the destination as a whole, where it shows me all of the planets. So I'm going to use the button right now. I also have another shortcut that just specifically opens up the director, but I'm going to do the tab one, where I hold the button and it brings me to, like I said, the map of the tower. This is the first thing you're going to see. But before we go into the map of the tower itself, we're going to go down each tab of the director. So at the top here, you see it has store, quests, map, destinations, roster, and seasons. You see that it moves as well when I move my mouse around. So this is basically the entire map. It wants you to move around and see and highlight. This is something people do not do. Okay. And it's something that's often forgotten about, that you can do, that you should do a little bit more often when you're looking for things. Because you're going to have to select activities at some point, and you do it naturally because of that. But typically when we go to the director and we're looking at the map, we usually go to certain points just right from the get-go. So when we want to move around fast, we go to the fast travel points, which is where my icon is, where my player icon is, which is this triangle right here. And then this circle with the white triangle, this white circle with the white triangle, that is the fast travel marker. That shows up on every single destination map. Okay, these allow you to travel back and forth to areas of one planet very quickly, or one location very quickly. So I'm at the tower right now. I'm currently in the courtyard, this location here. If I wanted to go back to the annex where we started, I would literally just press this button here and it would take me over there. But we're not going to do that right now. Right now, we're going to be focusing on these 6 tabs at the top here. Each one houses something different, okay, specific to the game itself. We've walked around and we've met the vendors. Now let's go through these tabs and see how they correlate to some of the things in the game, right? So the store tab is where we're going to start. Tab allows you to access the Eververse from anywhere without having to fly back to the tower and talk to the NPC Tess Eververse, okay? And which was the lady I said that was the cash shop basically for Destiny 2. You could, in this place right here, located right here, you can buy cosmetics and some items that help you get certain currencies in the game used to help upgrade weapons and armor, as well as the cosmetics for weapons and armor, and your ghosts, sparrows, and ships. All that fun stuff, the emotes that the characters do in the game, like little dances and stuff, that all comes from here. So this is one place that you can access all of that. All right, I'm gonna try to move along quickly. We're already at 20. So you come in here, there's 2 currencies that you can use in here. One is called Bright Dust, and if you follow my mouse is above my head right next to the button that says buy silver. This is called Bright Dust. You can this is the in-game currency that you can acquire just by doing quests and bounties. All right, that is one. That is free. You don't have to pay for anything with this. You literally naturally grid it as you play the game. Or you could spend real life money and purchase another currency called silver. Again, you pay for the amount that you want. They have different tiers, so I think they have like a $10, a $20, $50, and $100 tier. Obviously, $10 gets you 1,000 silver. $20 gets you about 2,000 to 3,000 silver, And then the $50 one gets you 5,000 silver plus some little bit of extra plus some other stuff. And then the $100 one gives you 10,000 silver plus some more benefits as well. Those are all things those are both the currencies that you use in this store to buy items that you can get for your weapons and armor. All right, and this week we have a few different things on hand that you can buy. Highly recommend you grab this, because once you get to a certain point, you're going to be able to use this weapon. This is a weapon ornament that changes the look of a gun. So grab that while you can, and hopefully you'll be able to get that. So sorry I went to the other tab, but on the left here, you have the different filters for different parts of the store. So the featured is obviously what's new, what's this week. It gives you a time frame of how long these things will be around and what you'll see. So for an entire week, we get to see all these items show up in this store, and we get to purchase these. After a week, they're gone, and it rotates in a new group of items. The seasonal stuff is all things that are only available during this season. Again, you have a couple of different pages of stuff that you can get, and again, only for the season. Archive is older things that you might not have had the chance to get, but they still keep them in the store, so that you can buy them up. And I believe they rotate these in every so often as well too, depending on the situation. Bright Dust, obviously just things that you can only purchase with Bright Dust. The stuff up here can be purchased with silver only. Okay, so this is a mix of silver and Bright Dust up here, and then this is only silver. The Archive is only silver, and then this one is specifically Bright Dust. And then the bottom tells you what expansions you currently own. Okay, so boom, there you go. Right now, I don't own any of these expansions on this account, but on my other account, I do. So they will show up with a check mark and let you know that you own it. All right, next up is the quest tab. The quest tab is the quest/bounty screen that you'll be going in and out of frequently to track the quests and bounties that you acquire throughout the game. Okay, so you'll end up talking to a vendor, and you'll pick up these things called bounties or quests, depending on what the vendor has to offer, and they'll be stored here. Now this screen has a capacity of 63 slots. All right, what does that mean? So you see on the left side in the middle, or slightly to the left in the middle right here where my mouse is, highlighting the main quest, which is the new light quest that we have to do. All right, I'm gonna explain exactly what's the difference between quests and bounties right now. So quests are objectives with multiple steps. They show up in the middle large area. They also have sorting options on the left side. So right to the left of this is the sorting options, and they they tell you what part of the game they are from. The sorting options tell you what part of the game they're from, and what they involve. So the starter mission shows up under a section called New Light, and any other missions you get that involve New Light will show up here as well. So remember that if you need to figure out, hey, what's one of the starter missions I got to complete? Oh, let me click the New Light filter, and it will separate all the other quests away from this and only show you what you want to see from New Light. And this goes hand in hand with all the other filters as well. Bounties are objectives that show up on the right side of the screen. These objectives have a single step. Literally, like maybe you pick up a bounty and it says go kill 30 enemies, go kill 100 enemies, go get 10 orbs of light, go get 20 orbs of light, stuff like that. Those are single step objectives, meaning once you complete that, you've earned the prize of that bounty. You turn it in and you get the reward. That's it. Instead of having multiple steps, you only have one. So that's the difference between bounties and quests. Quests have multiple steps. Bounties only have one step. All right. Now bounties have 3 different types. You have your weekly, your daily, and your repeatable. Your weekly you can only do once a week. Your daily you can do once a day. Okay, which means once you finish that daily for the day, you have to wait until the next day to do that same daily again, or do another form of that daily again. All right, what's the benefits in this? You say Oh well, materials, currency, all weapons and armor, you get rewards. So they're tied to different things. So it's best that you do these every day, so that you get the maximum rewards that you possibly can. And then repeatable bounties are the ones that you can do constantly, no matter what time of day it is, no time of the week it is. You can, once you finish one, you go back, you can pick it up again, and pick it up again, pick it up again, pick it up again. The only downside to this is you cannot pick exactly which one you want. They are randomized, so keep that in mind. You might get one that is a little bit time consuming, so you might want to go think about it in a way to make life a little bit easier for you. All right, next up, let's see. All right, next up, ooh, my favorite, the map. We're back here at the start of where we came into on the director, the first one. And you're probably going, well, why didn't you start off with this one since you came? This is where it first took you into anyway. The reason I didn't do this, they're lined up in an order, and I wanted you to see that order so you don't ignore the first one and what each one is. Now, some of you may, some of you might not. All right, remember, but you can always come back to this video for a guide for that. All right. So the map. This place is cool. All right, I like the map. Mouse, please. The map. The map displays. I'm sorry for the squeaky. So the map displays the current planet or location you, as well as the vendors, the lost sectors, and areas of that planet. I say it this way because some places are not planets, but can be located near one or inside one when using the destinations tab. So also the map is not always visible when doing certain objectives and missions. Things normally visible the map's not always visible during certain objectives and missions. So keep that in mind, that you will not always see this depending on what you're doing. But this is your main go-to to find where you need to go, what you need to go, who you need to go talk to, and all that kind of stuff. So if you land on a planet, currently we're on a planet. We're at the location called the Tower, okay? And this is its map. It tells us where the vendors are. We walked around. I remember I walked you to every one of these vendors, right? So we have Benedict, we have the Drifter, we have Ada all the way back here. We have Soraya Hawthorne, we have Ikora Ray, all right? Raul's right here. You got the Vault. The Vault is where we keep all of our weapons and armor. You got Lord Saladin. That guy's not here that often, but that's his spot where he comes in at. You got Banshee right here holding our quest for us. You got Lord Shax, Savala, Tess, the cash shop, Katie, Postmaster, where all your items that you don't pick up out in the world will come to, so you can get them later. Amanda Holiday, remember you get your rewards if you connect your Amazon and your Twitch Prime rewards and stuff comes here. And then you have Saint 14, who's involved in a special kind of PvP every weekend called Trials of Osiris. All right. So this is what the map looks like. On the map, you also have things like you have planetary vendors, like I said, lost sectors, regional chests, strikes, dungeons, raids, public event notices, planetary quest missions, location areas, and fast travels. Okay, like there's a lot of things that show up on this. So just keep that in mind, and you will keep that in mind, and it won't seem as overwhelming. Okay, so there is that.